we OG, oh no, G. You're not bullish enough, yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got D, oh no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to overload, yeah. Experts on reload, yeah. You're not bullish enough, yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got D, oh no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to overload. Experts on reload. Mempool getting hot. Everybody wanna rock, ayy. Rooms is coming, everybody on a knot, ayy. It's a nuisance, Ordinal Revolution, ayy. Ordinal Revolution. Yo, it's my guy for real, bro. Got friends right now. Yo, BRC-20, bro. Yeah, that shit on fire, bro. Imagine if he in here. Yeah, lock it in the seal. Murder. I got balls of steel. Nookies on the field. Yeah, this shit for real. With no calls, I get so far. Got 100 phone calls that I go hard, and they gon' love me. Smoke weed, huddle back. I get shiesty. Where my Bitcoin looking lovely. All this Satoshi's nothing above me. Bitcoin's alive, what you gon' do? Mempool fees are high. Ordinal. Where does it stop? Nobody knows. It's a revolution, ayy. Bitcoin is the one, no substitution, ayy. With Shizzy and Yagobi, it's Ordinal Revolution.
Welcome back to Ordinal Revolution. My name is Shizzy. On this channel, we cover the entire Bitcoin Ordinal ecosystem. What's up, guys? We have an amazing show for you guys today. We are live for another Ordinal hour, and it's going to be an amazing one, guys, because over the weekend was insane. We had the BRC-20s launch on Fractal. We had the inscriptions launch on Fractal. Last week, we had CAT-20s launch on Fractal. So, yeah, for today, anyway, it's going to be Fractal Revolution, right? Because there's a lot to talk about. From there. There's not really much to talk about everywhere else. We do have some news, though, on Fluid from Inscripedia and some Magic Eden stuff that we're going to get into. So it's going to be a really fun day, relaxed day. We're not going to have Merlin Monday today or Tap Tuesday this week. Yagobi's in Singapore, so it's a little tough for him to do that there because it's so late. But we appreciate you guys watching, man, and let's get the show started. So without further ado, bringing my partner here, as always, Mr. Yagobi. What's up, buddy?
What's going on, man?
What's up, dude? So first off, you're in Singapore, right? How's it been so far, and how's everything?
Yeah, I mean, very, very long traveling trip. Over here was 24 hours total, right? So it was 14 in the air to Doha, two-hour layover, so that's 16 hours, and then 8 hours from Doha to Singapore. So literally right on the T, 24 hours, so a full day. But I was trying to mint in the air some CAT-20 tokens. That was definitely addictive. And then, you guys had some fun the past couple of days, right, with minting these other BRC-20s and inscribing Goose and stuff like that. So, sounds like it was a party.
Yeah, it was nuts. So recap, on Friday we had my co-host for the whole show was Francis, which was crazy. And Francis brings his crowd, right? So we had over 6,000 people in there. Saturday I went on Francis's show. He let the world know. He didn't even tell me he was going to do it. He said, yeah, if we get a certain amount of subscribers, I'm going to make some noise. I was like, all right. And I kind of knew what he was thinking, but I didn't know for sure. And then he took me off the screen and was like, I am the co-founder of Sads Pump Fund, which was insane. Everyone went nuts. The chat was going crazy. So that was really cool. And then Sunday was the mint, right? So incredible weekend. I did 8 hours yesterday, 8 hours and 1 minute. The last 45 minutes of you guys were watching, I apologize. I was not my best self. And then last night I went to Kimmy's podcast and knocked out, an hour and a half with Chad Masters, which was a great talk. And Maddie Verse and Kimmy and a couple other people were there too. So it was fun. It was a fun weekend, pretty nuts. But yeah.
Sounds like it, man. I mean, 8-hour shift. That's like 8 hours. So putting in them overtime hours, bro, and a minute. 8 hours in
I
a
took
minute.
in 1 minute because so I did take about a 15-minute break at like right after Francis left, like in the last hour. So I just put like the music on and kind of went and ate some pizza, and then I came back down and I was like, after eating the pizza, I was like, oh, I can't do this anymore. And the problem was too, the excitement left. Right, there was no more excitement. The burger minute out, everything minute out. There was no more. There really wasn't any trading happening on OKX yet. A little bit here, a little bit there, but not much. So there wasn't any excitement left. Cherry just started at that point, and I faded it. Cherry ended up being the largest holder I wanted. Of course, the one time, right? The one time thing. But we're gonna get into that stuff later. Let's kind of get into some Bitcoin stuff, if you don't mind. Spot Bitcoin ETF bought 6,892 Bitcoin last week. This was a thing from this weekend, while miners produced 2,200. So ETFs are buying more than the miners. This is pretty insane. So, I mean, it's still happening. It's only a matter of time. Federal Reserve is expected to cut interest rates this week for the first time since COVID. And then obviously Wednesday, September 18th, 2 p.m., FOMC interest rate cut. 2:30 is when Jerome Powell is going to speak. So Wednesday, if you're trading, be careful. This is one of those days where they come and get you. They come get your order, and then they come down and they get your other order, right? So they get you long and they get you short. So just be careful around this time. But what's your opinion on all this so far?
No, I mean, I think you just hit the nail on the head. You know, if you're a trader, please be careful here because, you know, the price is going to probably ramp up and look like there's strength there. And then the market makers are going to do what they do. And that's liquidate within a decent size range up and down, right? Because people are going to be greedy and they're going to bet one way. But the market makers don't care how how the price is supposed to go. They're going to make it go the other way and then the other way. So they just want to liquidate as much as possible. So just be careful. You know, I'm cautiously optimistic about this event. I do think it's going to be probably a decent week following it, but not trading this actual event. I think it's too dangerous.
Yeah, no, I agree. I wouldn't trade it either. But like, so now everyone's expecting Jerome to drop at 0.5. It's if you look at the Fed rate tool, it's like 60% chance of the 0.5 and 40% chance of 0.25 rate cut, and then I think it's like point is like 10% chance that of no cut at all. So they're obviously tying in a rate cut to this meeting on Wednesday. But what do you think? Do you think they're kind of setting expectations too high? Because I don't think it's going to be 0.5. I think it's going to be 2.5, and then they're going to say, "Oh, the price is baked in," and then we're going to dip after.
So that could happen. Powell seems to like to be more conservative than we'd like him to be, and I think because everybody's calling for 0.5 now because we see what's happening and stuff like that, he probably will go 0.25 because that's the safer route. Plus, he likes to ramp things up or down, right? So, with that being said, I don't expect even with a 0.25 for it to bomb necessarily. If it does, hopefully that will be the last bomb before we. How many times have I said that this year? The last dump before we pull up that strong first leg. But October is if it doesn't happen in October, then we got big problems with the cycle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was at a event tonight at the VIP event, and everybody was talking about October. All the builders, all the cabal, if you will, they were all talking about October. So they're expecting good things in October. And they did kind of expect like one last leg down too. They said so.
Okay. Well, yeah, the cabal speaks. No, I'm just kidding. That's awesome. So, yeah, let's kind of get into the Bitcoin fear and greed here. Last week was a 26. Yesterday was a 51. Where do you think we're at right now?
Let's give it a 32.
Close, 39. I'll take that.
Oh, okay.
39.
Okay.
Yep. So Bitcoin fear and greed at a 39.
Yeah. What was Bitcoin's price at yesterday? 59,000?
It hit 60,000 over the weekend.
Oh yeah.
And then it fell back down to about, what's it, 58 now?
No, it's right under 57.8. So
okay.
I mean that's a decent sized pullback, right?
Yeah.
And like in the news, there's a bunch of crazy stuff happening right now. We don't even know who's like has the momentum. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like our minds are everywhere with that. And so I think,
know.
you know, that event, we'll say in November, I really do think it's one that's kind of hanging over people. Regardless, though, people that are strong traders and have good history of trading have said, you know, look, yes, there's a lot of stress with that, but Bitcoin's going to always do what Bitcoin does in a cycle trend, right? So, you know, whatever happens with that, we should have a strong Q4. You know, if not, then the cycle's broken.
Yeah.
But
Benjamin Cohen just thinks that we're a year behind. He thinks that you know, he's somebody who's really the cut. He kind of counts on the Fed cuts and stuff. He says we're basically in March of 2020, and he thinks we have some time before we start to head up. So I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Well, this year did kind of play out like 2019. Remember, he called that so many times.
Called that for sure.
And it could, you know, like just because like we have these cycles that rhyme very well, doesn't mean that like one thing can't be different, you know? And so maybe that is, but I would hope not, because I think we're all ready for that Q4 pump.
Oh man, let's kind of get into it. We're already talking about it, but let's get into the Bitcoin price action brought to you by the great guys at BitPerp. BitPerp is going to be the probably the number one leverage platform in all of Bitcoin. These guys are really building something special over there. Not only will you be able to just take leverage on Bitcoin, but you're able to do it on your favorite runes. They're probably working with Fractal. You'll be able to you know, do some Fractal tokens, some CAT-20 tokens as well. You're gonna take leverage on CAT-20 tokens using BitPerp. It's going to be huge, man. BitPerp, look out for them. BitPerp.io, and their paper trading is coming up in probably 2 weeks. So if you're not a good trader like me, you actually can get some practice for free, and we're gonna be running contests here. If you can beat Yagobi, I'll send you an FB. No, I'm just kidding. But it's good. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. So look out for that, guys, and let's kind of get into it.
Yeah, let's do that. Like Shizzy said, the Bitcoin price action is brought to you by BitPerp. You can see here on the hour chart, guys. I'm not using their chart right now because I think there's something with the IP address that might not be working with their platform, and so I'll try to get that fixed. But on the hour chart, you can see that Bitcoin is still bleeding out, right? I mean, this is, man, it has been in sell pressure for a very long time on the MACD. You're talking about since the 14th, right? That's a very long time. And it looks like we were
your chart.
Oh, you know what? It's probably because my head is not. I'm not in the game right now. I'm not in the game. There we go. Okay. There we go. Sorry. Yeah. You can see here we have been in, you know, really strong sell pressure since the 14th, and it looked like a couple times we were going to come out of that, and that's probably like whenever we saw 60,000, right? But we were all the way up to, looks like here, almost 61,000 on Friday, right? So this is definitely a strong pullback. You can see here, it looks like for the rest of today, over there in the US time zones, looks like this, you know, I don't know if we're getting a green candle. We're getting a little bit of a bounce back on the hour chart, but the sell pressure is still showing, you know, pretty strong red here. So until this goes away, until we actually have strong green candles show up on the MACD, I wouldn't count us out for, you know, more downside. But we'll see what this does. If this green candle continues upward and gives us some strength, then we'll start to turn this around on the MACD. On the stochastic RSI, it looks like we are coming out of oversold. Overbought. And so it kind of matches up with this, right? So I think for the second half of the day, we need a little bit more data. That's what I'm looking at, right? If this green candle can be stronger, then we can turn it around. If not, we're going to probably see some more bleed out, maybe down to 57,000. On the 4-hour chart, which I use for about, you know, 2-3 day forecasts, it's not looking great, guys. Not looking great at all. So this would probably tell me that the hour chart is going to, you know, bleed out, because you can see this is forecasting that we're going to continually go down. You can see the MACD looks like a perfect, like, you know, increased strength and sell pressure. The blue and red line looks like they have a good, decent, you know, space between them, and we are just now entering the oversold part of the stochastic RSI. So, you know, it looks like there's some, you know, decent balance though with you know, support and resistance. Looks like there might be a little bit more support in some of these levels here, but yeah, next 2-3 days probably gonna continue down. But hey, that's good. Let's get this last dump out of the way, and you know, so we can start that October jump up.
Yeah, I'm with you. I hope we did dip back down to 49, get that double bottom. I think that would be perfect. Hit that and then on our way up. I think that's necessary. Honestly, I think that'll come down, get the momentum, get BlackRock, put in a bunch of their own money again, pick us back up to 60 really quick, and then we'll head to 90, 120. But it is scary that they're just controlling this market right now. It's Wyckoff accumulation at its finest. They're just down here and they're just gobbling it up, right? They were too scared to buy at 16, 17, and they started to buy at 30, and they haven't stopped. And now they're doing this Wyckoff accumulation method, which is pretty much what they've done with their entire career there at BlackRock. So Wyckoff is kind of like their thing, and they're doing it. They're doing it again. So
yeah. Well, did you hear the news about Armstrong and Coinbase kind of doing IOUs with them?
yeah.
Do you think that's what's suppressing the price, or do you think that's just people making shit up? And that's not really what's happening.
Well, I don't know if that's happening or not because they have an account with Coinbase, and every time they buy, Coinbase just adds to that account. So obviously the account it's paper, right? But like Coinbase holds those Bitcoins. So like when BlackRock buys Bitcoin from Coinbase, it's OCC, right? So it's not like it's coming from the exchange, so it doesn't move the price at all. And I think that's what people are kind of referencing because everything's done because it's not just like, hey, it's like we want to buy these tokens at 58. Let us know when it gets there, and they kind of like let it go to 58 and then they sell them, right? But it doesn't affect the price on the exchanges. It doesn't affect Bitcoin's price for retail. So I just think there's a lot of that going on.
Yeah, I think you're right. And Coinbase isn't stupid to the point to where they're going to do that. A bunch of IOUs, and they know there's a bunch of internet sleuths that are going to check the balances of Coinbase's wallet. If it's going up, and BlackRock bought this much with their ETF and blah, blah, blah. So I'm sure it is balancing out, just not right whenever people see it. And they're probably doing a bunch of OTC stuff to make sure that they're getting the price that they want.
Yeah. And I think we really go up is when BlackRock hits Coinbase, says, we want to buy 60,000 more. And Coinbase is like, oh, we only have 40,000. And then they have to go to another OTC desk and kind of get that. And that's when price will start moving. I think we have to, Coinbase has been accumulating Bitcoin since 2011, 2012, right? So I'm sure they have tons of it. And now they're kind of selling their Bitcoin to BlackRock in that sense. So they're kind of in a way taking profit. So, but once their book kind of like finishes, then we can kind of get on to the next leg. I think that needs to happen. So yeah, BlackRock has to keep buying until there's no Bitcoin left in Coinbase's wallet.
Yeah, I am convinced though we're gonna have a good holiday season. I can't fathom us not having like a pump for the holiday season this year. Maybe I'm wrong, but we'll see.
All right. Let's get into the roll call. My favorite part of the day. Let's see who is here. In that number one spot, we got Mr. Henke, the Christmas Poo. He loves me and I love you. Shout out to Mr. Henke. He says Christmas holiday because it's Christmas Poo has a hat on. Shout out to Mr. Henke. Chief Axel in that number two spot. Shout out to Chief Axel. Bit Renz in the building from all the way from Australia. Appreciate you, my friend, with the AU. Crypto Life is in the building. He said, how do we know if our inscriptions or Goosenals made it to the Goosenal collection? So we're going to talk about that a little later, but so it hasn't been indexed yet. You're going to have to wait for 500,000 to get an index. We're going to get into that later. I Will Cologne is here. GM, think rich, be rich. And then he goes, Smash Like Shizzy needs a new hat. Bro, I got plenty of new hats, man. I got hats on hats on hats. I'm good, man. Like, but there's some of them are brand new. I haven't been worn yet. Waiting for them to get dirty. So Lackey Lukey is here. So hello. Yasher is here, my guy. He said, greetings, you people. Yasher, again, huge help yesterday. Me and I couldn't even get. We had so many comments coming in. Yasher was really taking care of a lot of people. Shout out to you, man. I really honestly don't know if I could do the show without you anymore. You're definitely a life vest for us. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Zahid is here. Big goofy guys in the building. And the twins, man. The twins are back. Ordinal chips, ordinal tweets, back to back.
They probably don't even know each other, bro. It is so funny because we say it every time. They probably feel connected. They're like, are we twins? Long lost twins?
Mempool Punk is here. PJNZ. He says, with Shizzy and Yagobi, it's Fractal Revolution. Shout out to you. Almost done, 71. So hi guys. Fluid OG passed airdrop today. Received mine. Got involved. Thank you, bro. I'm so happy for you, man. Thank you so much. We're gonna get into that a little later too. Reziak is here. Erwin is here. Chain Watchers in the building. He said G Monday. Tim Baker, A.O.D. Art, one of our mods. Appreciate you, my friend. Tim actually gave away 50,000 burger on the show yesterday. So shout out Tim. Yeah.
Generous.
SPI is here. Earn, invest, save when FB hats on sale. We gotta get some FB hats. They're saying. I don't know if we're allowed. I don't know if it's copyright, but we'll have to check. Yasher said, "I thought you travel from West Coast. That was way closer." He said, basically, we were talking about me and Francis were talking about how you went all around the world.
I know, man.
For your trip. Courtney Johnson says, "Great job yesterday, Shizzy." Thank you, Courtney. Appreciate you, my friend. He says the Goose was a weird thing. Yeah, we're gonna get into that. Promise. Yo, Inscripedia. Yes, we're getting into that too. John is here. Crypto Knight is here. A is here. He says, "Are you optimistic on fractal bipolar?" I'll have to look into that. John again. He says, "Link for Inscribe." Yeah, sure. Yeah, it's just inscribepedia.com. So we'll get into that. Bebe is here. Joko is here. John says 25 bips on Wednesday. Mike Bennett is in the building. Shout out to Mike Bennett. It says if we are a year behind, the bull will be super extended. Yeah, I agree. I think so.
Well, that was your initial take on it. Remember, you were like, it might be a little bit late, but it's going to be super long. So I'm okay with that. I just want a holiday season so the niños can get some presents.
I think what's going to happen, and I've been really looking at this. You know how we went up to 70,000 and kind of went sideways for 6 months. I think we do something like that again. We go up to like 120, go sideways for like 6 months, and then I think we go up again. And I think it continues like that. It's like accumulation for BlackRock. And I think when we get to like 120 and we're dancing like that for a couple months, I think that's when people are like, "Oh, we're dropping, the bull run's over," and then everyone's going to get faked out and it's going to skyrocket again. And I think we get that like twice. But that's my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's what happened 2016 to 2017. 2016 did have a late push, I think, in Q4, but the price of Bitcoin was so down like that year, 2016. It wasn't like horribly down, but it wasn't like bullish. And that was a halving year, right, of that cycle.
Yeah.
And then 2017 was the big moment was Q4 of 2017. And if that happens, that's going to be a long time. It's going to be Q4 2025, but it did jump up huge in 2017. So that could get to your, close to your maybe like 350, 400, 500,000. And plus if we have a, elongated cycle.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Elongated cycle. Let's see. Who did I call? Yeah, Patty Poo. Shout out to you, my friend. Danny Boy. Killing it yesterday with the alpha, of course. Zish here. Yo, thank you to Zish. Zish came through. Maddie left me. And then Zish was like, "Yo, I'll hop on with your brother." Shout out to you, my friend. He was making some desserts with his family. He decided to jump on with me. I appreciate that, man. Never forget that. Thank you, sir. Tom T is here. Gavin, shout out to Gavin. Gavin was chilling with me yesterday. He says, "Shizzy, thank you for last night burger." Shout out to you, my friend. No. Shout out to you, GM. Babu is here. The roll call is packed today, guys. Zahid is here. Shout out to Zahid. Eats Toshi is in the building. And then Danny Boy again. Oh, Slim Bino is here.
Shout out Slim Bino.
He said, "Happy first Fractal MoMA Monday." Shout out to you, my friend. Fractal does got MoMAs now. That's crazy. And then last but not least, we got a man, Joshua Robert Hathaway, in the building. Like I said, your whole surname. But shout out to you, my friend. And then Clement James just rocking in at the end of the roll call. Sneaking in right at the end. Shout out to you, my friend. Thank you guys for joining us today. We had 350 people on a Monday. Appreciate every single one of you guys, man. Please, if you're on YouTube, please smash that like. Please hit subscribe. And your comments are important. The more comments you put in, I'm gonna force Yagobi to stay up later. So put in some comments so we can keep Yagobi. He's not feeling great today, but he says he's gonna hang out as long as we need him to. So, all right. Let's kind of get into some.
We can't miss Queen Tiff, bro. She snuck in. Queen Tiff. She's an OG, so we gotta call her out there.
Shout out to Queen Tiff, man. Yeah, we met her in New York. She's amazing. Clement James again, and then BTC ETH Chad. Thank you so much again for being here.
Yeah,
man. It feels like the roll call, dude. I feel like energy back, dude. We've never, guys, for like 2 months we were dead in here. I mean, we had. Well, shout out to shout out to our OGs. We had our team. We did have a game plan, but we had our team in here. And we had the guys who were rocking with us when no one else was, right? The 20 or so people that were in here every day. And then, now we're starting to get that momentum back. You can see it in the chat. You can see people. I mean, we have 363 people on a Monday. We're competing with the Ordinal show right now. That's a big deal. We appreciate you guys, man. So, all right, let's kind of get into it. Where's the banners? All right. So first things first, You talked about it a little bit, but maybe you can hit on a little bit more updates from Inscribing Singapore. What are you seeing? What kind of atmosphere are you feeling? And have you seen Casey yet?
Yeah, I actually did see Casey. So just to give everybody kind of a breakdown of how my day went, had a lot of energy this morning, got some work kind of knocked out because our hours are like opposite, right? So I did some thumbnail stuff and then ate a big breakfast, and I ate some bad fruit or something, but it didn't really kick in until I would say maybe like 2 p.m. here, 3 p.m. here. And also my stomach just was like, nope. And then, yeah, I threw up like 3 times just straight up. And then, but I was like, I'm gonna get rest. And then, so I went to the yacht party, which is, the Inscribing Singapore party. And, I was chilling there with Oviato, Shaft, Giern, shout out Giern. And I was just talking, and I was like, okay, this boat is moving a little too much, man, because of my stomach. And also I was like, all right. And then Casey walks right by me, and I wanted to say what's up to him, but just wasn't feeling good. And then, walked down, and I told people I was, I'll see you tomorrow. Wanted to get some sleep. I had to do the show too. And so, but I'll tell you the vibe that I got. The vibe is, first, people realize that the energy is coming back. So they do realize that. I told them about kind of our analytics that we started seeing that last Monday. There's 2 different groups that were there. There was the group that kind of open to building, like not necessarily only on Bitcoin. And then the group that is like the Casey, the CB Spears, the Robin from Liquidium, they were all talking more about like Bitcoin, what's going to happen for this next phase, I guess you could say, with runes and everything like that. And obviously, catnip was parts of discussions and stuff, but they're not worried about runes. They feel like runes is in a good spot. They feel like there's going to be more innovation, and also runes can get listed by centralized exchanges. They don't necessarily need these LPs and AMMs on Bitcoin layer 1, because at the end of the day, you still got to wait for 10-minute blocks. As much as Udi comes out and says, "Hey, look, runes can't do this. Catnip can do this. AMM on layer 1," you still got to wait 10 minutes for the transaction. So it's not going to be an awesome experience, right? So that's why a lot of us think that runes is going to be fine. And then you have the other side that has launch pads and, other platforms like, maybe like the Truth Market, stuff like that. And they are really preparing for most likely going over to Fractal, is what I was hearing a lot of. Right. So that they're not leaving Bitcoin. They're just scaling out. And a lot of the conversation was the playbook from 2020 and 2021. EVM is getting run back, but it's UTXO. So basically, Fractal is going to be that first sidechain UTXO model that's going to ignite, this thing, because Bell's coin was in the discussion too. They can be like another UTXO chain that people can bridge to. That's a good thing, because we know how 2020 and 2021 went. But we definitely need Bitcoin to, charge up for that liquidity and profit to flow into these other ecosystems. So that was the vibe I was getting. People are excited of launching their projects. I ran into Giern. He's super excited about Inscripedia. So if you guys are inscribing there, guys, try to get the first edition of Casey's book, right? Volume 1. I think there's only 60 copies. So you can think of this like Prince, except for it's Casey. Like if Casey was an artist, I think everybody would have went after his Prince, right?
Yeah. 100%. I agree. Let's kind of show that. Let's kind of get into that first, because we just spoke about it anyway. So Inscripedia is now live. You can go to inscripedia.com, and I can show my screen here. This is what it looks like when you go there. I don't see anywhere I can inscribe Casey's book. Maybe library. Everything's kind of like loading up. It might just be overpowered right now, like too many people in here. But I'm not really seeing anything on my end. Are you seeing anything on yours?
I don't see it on my end either. There might, the servers might be overwhelmed, like you said.
Yeah.
But I think, was it Yasher saying that I think Yasher, did you see any of the volumes? Were they mintable?
Or could have been Magic Eden. Get the minute from Magic Eden, and
no. When he showed me, it was on his mobile. When he showed it to me. So I would just probably keep checking this because it should be live soon. And also, the thing is that I don't know. I know that the website is live. I'm not sure if the mint for Casey's volume.
I gotcha.
But he did show me. So just to give you guys some alpha on that, I don't know if I'm supposed to say this, but hopefully Jaron doesn't get mad at me. I saw there's 6 volumes of Casey's books, and the first one was numbered to 60. So there's only 60. I think there's going to be people rushing to that. And then there's also, I think, 3 other authors that wrote novels that are going to be, inscribable as well.
That's
so
awesome.
This is going to be interesting. He was a little nervous because he was saying, this is my passion. I've been working on this for over a year. And so I said, hey, look, this is your passion. You got to the point where you can launch this platform, and Casey's book is your first product, dude. This is going to be a success, whether it's a bunch of people minting or not, because no one's done this exactly. You're showing what the novels look like.
Yeah. Yep.
So that one is interesting.
This one, Manco. Oh
there it
no!
Goes. Will that help the coin go up? No, just kidding.
Oh, this is supplies only 60.
Yeah, I told you it's a very limited edition for all volumes, man. And so these are going to be collectibles. These are going to be collectibles. They're going to be inscribed on Bitcoin. So I think this is really cool. And another thing too is that people can write I guess news updates too on here. I mean, if you think about it, and it can't be removed like social media and stuff, right? So that's where another use case is for Inscripedia, is that it's like no censorship. It's censorship resistant. That's one of the big use cases that Jaron was talking to me about.
Gotcha. Yeah, man. Look, I'm bullish on Jaron, man. His community is just so large, and he's been just around since the very beginning. So I wish him the best of luck, and I hope this does really well.
Yeah, I think it will. I mean, I don't think it's going to be some crazy, Magic Eden, mint, Node Monks that everybody's rushing to. But I think if it is slow, I think that's a benefit for you if you want a collectible of Casey's, right? And Casey's actually told him, he's like, you can do this. I don't want to be, in charge of anything though. So that was actually cool that he was like, hey, look, you can use my literature for this. I don't want to be in charge of it, because he don't want people reaching out to him and asking questions and all that stuff. So to me, it is a collectible that I think is going to be a part of the story. These books are going to be a part of the Ordinal story that really started almost a year and a half ago, right? So
yeah, and I mean, obviously he didn't need Casey's permission either, because everything Casey puts out, he puts it out in blogs and stuff like that, so it's open to the public. So he's just taking it and putting it in book form. I'm not sure if there's any laws against that, but I don't know. But he got Casey's blessing, so that's good.
Yeah. So Token Joken makes a good point here. He says it's not new. It doesn't give you authors royalties. As soon as someone uploads Harry Potter, he is getting sued, and the website comes down. That is why Casey is distancing himself.
Gotcha.
Be smart, lads. Yeah. So I'm sure that there's going to be issues like that. He is trying to make it. He's making it decentralized to where he doesn't have control over it. Now, the government can try to, pass get to the server companies and have whoever's hosting the website pull it down, but it'll still be on Bitcoin to where you can point to it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Anybody could whip up a browser and point to it. So I don't think you can totally eliminate it. And also, if that happens and his website gets pulled down, then Jaron won't get in trouble for that. It's whoever whips up another website. And then if it's, Anon, that's the whole point, is that you'll always be able to point to where it is on Bitcoin.
Yeah, 100%. And I don't think Jaron can get in trouble with that anyway. All he's doing is pointing it to the Bitcoin block, right? It's at the end of the day, he's just showcasing what's on the Bitcoin block. Yeah. I mean, it's giving his or.io. There's no difference. Yeah. Going by Harry Potter on right now, it's on or.io. I mean, only thing Leonidas can do is censor it, right? He has censored some images already, so he could do something like that. He could just be like, "Oh yeah, we're not going to show that on my platform." So there is ways around that. He could censor stuff. I mean, so
yeah, it's gonna be interesting though.
Yeah, All right, let's kind of get into kind of the big news of the day. BRC-20 sniping highlights once again why BRC-20 is a flawed protocol. So just for anybody who wasn't really paying attention yesterday, yeah, we had these are the new Fractal BRC-20s, and these are the just like BRC-20, but these are all Fractal. So there's no really changes at all. It's the same exact protocol from Layer 1 Bitcoin that's sitting now on Fractal. So yesterday it was funny, because you would see something like OnlyFans. It would be like 3,000 holders, and then but this part would be still be like, you know, in the mempool, and then you would see it slowly come down to like 2,300, right? And you saw that with many coins. What was happening was everyone was minting them, not paying attention, and then the mempool sniper would come in and just snipe everyone's stuff. It was happening the entire day yesterday, and it was sad because a lot of people in the chat were hitting me up like, "Yo, it said I have 21,000 dragon, now it's saying 0. Like, what the hell happened? I spent like 6 FB on this. This is bullshit." People were really upset and frustrated, and my comment to everyone was, "This is why BRC-20 sucks." And I kept saying it yesterday, and this is another reason over and over and over why BRC-20 sucks. I mean, there was people like Block was saying, I was in their space this morning. He was basically saying, like, you don't understand the mempool, you don't understand the mempool. Jack your fees up, people. So
Yeah,
it's you know, it's you know, the people who, you know, I was smart enough to do that. Like, I was putting it all, like it the mempool was telling me like 1,500, 2,000. I was putting 5,000. You know what I mean? Like, I understand the game. It wasn't my first rodeo. I knew that, and you know, I was showing everybody that I was putting 5,000, and people were like, "Oh, you're putting too much." I was like, "Yeah, FBs, sats per vbit."
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so I was putting like it was like, it sounds like a lot, but it was still only like $4. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't much at all. I think each mint was like 45 cents.
Has that ever happened to you on Bitcoin, to where you mint something and then it showed a number and then it went away?
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah, me too. So it's like, we should know that this is gonna happen. Even worse here, because it's cheaper. So like, you know, RBF here is like crazy. You know what I mean? You're gonna get, I mean, like you said, someone created a bot already, and they you know, front ran everybody, and you just lose your fees, and so that sucks. Yeah. So I don't know, guys. Just know that it's gonna be easier here than it is on Bitcoin, because it's faster.
Well, but it's a little harder as well because the blocks are quicker, right? So before you had set the bot had 10 minutes, and now the block only had 30 seconds. So you did see a lot of stuff get through. It depends if you were able to time that block. Let's just say you're sitting there and the block got to 1 minute, and you put it in, then you're probably getting it because it was just so quick. You know what I mean? As soon as your transaction went through, the block passed, there was no time for them to snipe you. So you did have stuff like that happening. So they weren't. If not, dude, if this was the 10 minutes, you would have probably seen the mempool sniper get all the inscriptions.
Yeah.
Like,
so do you think that's what happened with the CAT token too?
So the CAT token was different because let's just say, yeah, there was definitely a sniper in there that was doing that, but at the same time, you weren't being charged for it. So let's just say you did one FB. What was happening was, and not a lot of people understand this, and why DotSwap was doing the refunds, was DotSwap was taking your money, doing the inscription for you. So when your inscription went in there and it got sniped from somebody, you were getting that FB back, but it was going back to DotSwap. So that's why you have to do the refund. So
what's the process of doing that?
Of doing what?
To get the refund, or do they automatically give it to you?
So all you had to do, you should go check it. So guys, go to, I can actually walk you guys through because I did it. Just go to, it's mempool. No, it's tools. It's tools.mempool.com. Go to your history. Connect your wallet. Let me put my password in.
Was there a time limit of when you could do this?
No time limit. Anyone could do it. So if you did mint it, the stuff, so just go here and just go to your see view refund. You should have some of these. It was really just the last couple. Like, I went on pages and pages, and it's just really like the last couple this happened to. So if you do have if you did mint this CAT-20, you can go here and get your refund. This is just CAT-20s. This is not BRC-20s.
Gotcha. Did they even participate in BRC-20 stuff?
No, not at all. They posted a thing like, we're on vacation, because I guess they're in Singapore right now. So they worked their asses off, and they definitely deserved it. So,
gotcha. So one more time, where was refund located? I'm just curious.
Go your history.
Okay.
You see my screen?
Oh, okay. Yep, I see it.
Yep. You should be blue, right? It should say refund in blue.
Wait, where are you seeing refund? Sorry, I thought I saw it on mine. Oh, view refund. Gotcha. Okay, yeah, I see them. That's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
So that's good though. I mean, people get their refunds back, you know.
And normally it wouldn't be, if you had your own node and you were doing it, it wouldn't be a refund. You would just automatically get the FB to your wallet. But since you're kind of having DotSwap do it for you, that's why you're getting refunds. Go guys, go check. If you minted some CAT-20, go check tools.mempool.com, and that way you can kind of get your refund back.
Get that money back. Get that FB back, guys. You don't want to just waste it away.
Yeah, man.
Yasher made an interesting statement here because I didn't get to experience the BRC-20 stuff. I was sleeping when that happened. He said, but got to admit the hype of BRC-20 is way higher than CAT-20. Did you feel that?
What was the thing? I'm sorry.
He said that but you have to admit the hype of BRC-20 was way higher than CAT-20.
Yeah.
So the hype
was though.
Yeah.
Because obviously we were waiting for this for 21,000 blocks, right? So CAT-20, we're waiting what 9 minutes because that's how you found out about it.
It came out of nowhere, right?
Yeah, exactly my point. Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like it just arrived on the scene and then you're going for. But that's the thing is like you can't trade the CAT-20 tokens. Like I can't. If you were like, yo, let me get a couple CAT-20s, I can't send them to you. There's no way to do that yet, right? So that's why BRC-20s, because right now I can go to OKX right now. Which is the only place to really trade them, and I can trade tokens. So you know, what I mean, I think that's why CAT-20 seems to be such a early project, and I don't think the hype comes till later. It's just you know, CAT-20 is potentially, in my opinion, going to be the protocol token. That's what everyone's saying. That's why people are buying at OTC for $4. And you know, there's only 21 million, so that shows you it's like $84 million market cap right now. So I don't know. I just think that I think the hype comes later, but people are minting CAT-20s now a lot. So
like
they are
different tokens.
Yeah, actually, let me show you how to do it if you guys don't mind, because Yasher, again, it's always Yasher. Shout out to him. He gave me this amazing site yesterday. Let me go into the Telegram. Yasher is part of our R&D. He kind of always helps us out with that type of stuff that we miss. But I think it's gaze.network. Yeah, I think it's app.gaze. Yeah. Okay. Here it is here. So what you'll do is you'll go over to Unisat, right? Oh, not sharing it. You're right. All right. So this is app.gaze.network. And then go to inscribe CAT-20. And now you see this? This reminds you of anything? This long set of digits? Reminds you of ERC-20s. Right? Yep. So you delete that, right?
Oh, ERC-20s. Okay.
ERC-20s. And then you'll go up here, you go to the cat. And then let's just say there's this new one I minted yesterday. It's called Kitty Cash. It does this kind of testing it. Grab this, copy it, go back to gaze.network, put in that token, and it automatically puts the 200 because that's the thing limit. And then you can just go and mint that. Super easy, super fast, and you can do any token this way. Done. So Gaze changed the game because it's no longer like that how the DAO stuff was and stuff. So check that out if you guys haven't checked it yet. You say submit mint order, and then you can go to one of those. I think it's Rune's terminal, and you can see that it'll be in your wallet. Like I think it's what is it? It's CAT-20. No, was it terminal, right?
I forgot what the URL was.
Yeah, sure had it for me yesterday. It's whatever that site is, but that's like the only place to really
terminal.io.
But it's Fractal Explorer.
Oh.
Fractal Explorer, right? That's what it is.
Oh yeah,
and then you can pick
on that site though.
Oh, it was on that site?
Yeah, it's in the middle. But yeah, you can see. So Petty rolled this out, huh?
Yeah, Fractal Explorer. No, he didn't roll out Gaze. That's something different.
No, he rolled out Fractal Explorer.
Yeah, the Bruins Terminal guys, man, they did a great job with this. You can definitely tell they're ready. But you can see how I got Kitty Cash. I got my cat balance, 1995. Oh, what happened?
I think eventually people won't be able to mint like this. Eventually, once this becomes like there's a DEX with like liquidity pools and AMM, because it's going to go back to kind of traditional way of how you add liquidity to a token, and then people can just buy it, right? Don't you think?
Well, no, I think the minting will always be this way. I just think that
Really?
after you mint it out, you can take it to the wherever, and you could add liquidity. I don't, and then you will have stuff like pump.fun, but pump.fun, you're gonna have to mint out the entire token to yourself, take it to pump.fun, basically deposit it, and then they'll start that pump.fun for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And this could be an advantage actually, because like Solana doesn't do it this way, Ethereum doesn't do it this way, to where you can mint tokens first, you know?
Yeah.
So it actually combines kind of the cool part of like a free and fair mint, I guess you could say, from like how we used to do tokens. Well, we still do them with runes, but
Yeah.
on Bitcoin, and then now there's like an additional liquidity pool, AMM, traditional swap degen mode, you know?
Yeah.
So I think that's cool.
Yeah, man. So shout out to Gaze.network. Shout out to Fractal Explorer, because like once I found out how to see my token balances, I couldn't stop looking. And apparently everyone's saying that eventually, probably next week or something, the CAT tokens will be on Unisat. Yeah, dude, I was struggling. Remember, I was using CAT. It was a CAT-20 app,
Yeah.
and it was like,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden it stopped showing my balance, and I was like, did I lose my
freaked out
tokens? Because right now this cat right here is worth like $7,000. Like, you know what I mean? Like, fuck, dude. Like, but yeah. So I'm glad I got any. And shout out again. I said this on Francis' show, but shout out to DotSwap, man. If it wasn't for DotSwap, I wouldn't have any tokens. I wouldn't have any no zero cat tokens, and I think that's going to be the biggest cook of this year. I think when it is possible to get cat tokens, get as money as you can, $4 to $5, that still seems reasonable. Because if this is the tap of cat, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It could be monsters for the cat protocol.
Yeah. I also want to give DotSwap a shout out, because, you know, they gave retail an opportunity here. You know what I mean? Like how some of these BRC-20s after the beginning, like a lot of these whales would start the mint and get the hype going. And then like, you know, they would own a lot of the percentage of the token. Here, it was kind of like, because not every mint like was going through smooth and quick, it gave other people an opportunity that usually wouldn't get in early on like a big token like this to actually get some. So you can see people like in the chat right now just really giving props to DotSwap as well.
Yeah. Shout out to you guys, man. We got 100 people on YouTube, guys. Thank you guys so much for being here. It changed. We were getting 40 to 50, now we're getting 100. You can just, the energy's back. It feels amazing.
100%.
100%. Let's go to the next thing here. Okay, so this is something I seen. I didn't like this when I saw it. It kind of made me a little upset. But Unisat was charging service fees up to 30%, some up to 40%, while OKX offers BRC-20 minting completely free. So Unisat was taking advantage yesterday. I actually saw. I was being generous by putting 30% because someone said 46%.
Sounds like I don't want to say it, but there's another platform that would like upcharge fees in opportune times, you know. But yeah, I mean that's pretty shady, man. What, I don't know.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
And like again, I don't know if it's 100% true. This is something I seen on Twitter, and I went, but the guy who he posted it, it was you know, our first subscriber. You know.
Really, he's an honest guy.
He's a very honest guy. He basically said, you know, he's like, look, I minted cherry for this price on Unisat. I minted cherry for this price on here. Same amount. And I got way more cherry on OKX. So,
I mean, OKX has always done free, no fees though, right? Yeah. No trading fees.
Yeah, always. Yeah. But I didn't think Unisat was going to try to rob people 30, 40%.
Yeah, that's crazy. Maybe there was like some mechanism in their code or something that, like, I don't know. That just doesn't sound like they would do that intentionally.
I know.
So
yep. Let's kind of get into. Okay, so basically yesterday we were all excited for Fractal Goose. Fractal Goose 10K collection. Block and Hype were really quiet. They were giving no one really information. I guess if you were in there, they gave you information, but like every time I was in there and they would talk about it, but like you got, you know, they were saying it's a slow cook. More information will be out. Stay tuned to the Fractal Goose. So 10 minutes before Block 21,000. A hype posted. He was like, "Yo, we're locked out of the Fractal Goose Twitter account
generator."
Oh crap! No, of the Twitter account. And then so he's like, "Go to Chain Racing Club for updates." You go to Chain Racing Club, and everyone is expecting to go to goosegenerator.com to start minting these things. And a lot of people did, Francis included. And then they came out with fractalgoose.com, another generator. And minting there, so everyone's really confused. They're like, "Is my goose going to get pushed in? What's going on? Am I going to be in the 10K? And then Block comes out and says, you know what? Every goose will be in the collection. We don't care if you
That's
with the Fractal Goose. We don't care
crazy.
anything. So right now, it's looking like there's going to be 500,000 goose.
I mean,
It's
like, what
because
does
their
that
mempool is
end
still
up
jacked.
doing? You know what I mean? Does this take the value away from like the whole collection?
So
do you
he
think?
did also come out and say, he said, with the mints being so cheap over here, that 10K collections aren't going to work. He said you're going to need these like huge 100K collections and stuff like that just to have the value of the 10K collection. So he's basically saying that you basically need a crap load. Like 10K collections are going to be a Bitcoin only thing, and over here you're going to have 50,000, 100,000, 500,000 collections. I don't know. How do you feel about this?
Man, I just don't know if that's gonna. You got to have some like rare, super rare ones then. You know what I mean? And those ones will count. Like it's
Yeah.
just like, basketball cards or something that like from the 90s. There was tons that were overprinted. You know what I mean? But you had the Jordan rookie card or whatever in the 80s, right? And so there's gonna have to be some identifier that brings a strong layer of value, like in two, 3 to 5 different ways, and then I think it works. But if they're just like the same thing, man, that's just too much. That's too much. If there's nothing that is going to distinguish them different from the next, who knows though? I mean, like we haven't seen something like this.
They are different. So if you go to Fractal Goose.com.
Yeah, I mean, are they different? Like how the goose nulls were, like Momos and stuff like that.
They're different color shades. So these color shades are just different than the ones that Dimitri originally did. So if you go to fractalgoose.com, and then you get MoMA postcard Explorer. I can't forget how to mint. It looked different yesterday. Oh, the generator's down below. Okay, generator. So this is what we got: Midnight, Crimson, Frost, Plum, Lemon, Forest. So you could just grab, right? And they made it really easy for you. Let's just say you want to grab this one, Crema. You can kind of click your stuff. You want some MoMAs, you want here, and then you can download 42 at one time. And then you can
my God, this is like the most degen approach to it as possible.
So, or you can download this current one and download that. But
I mean, obviously they had like a plan with this because it looks like they built this out like very intentionally, right? Intentional.
I mean,
like
Hype did an amazing job. This looks phenomenal.
Yeah.
Like, so, and then obviously you see stuff coming soon. So what does that mean? How long is this? How long is this? Is this going to be a million collection? Is this going to be a million goose collection?
I don't know, man.
Are they going to go for like 0.000001 of a fractal Bitcoin? Like,
I mean, I just don't. I like with meme coins, like you can make the supply huge, right? Because it's different. Like you're getting liquidity, you can sell them right away. Traditional meme coins. I'm not talking about on Bitcoin. I'm talking about like on Solana or Ethereum or Base or whatever. But you're not having liquidity with this unless they have some new mechanism or something they're going to do. Then it could work. But like, I just don't see in a traditional like NFT ordinal marketplace 500,000 fractal collection being beneficial in any way.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's just my opinion,
right?
Though.
Yeah, we're gonna find out. At the end of the day, everything's an experiment. So again, this is an experiment. And what if Fractal Goose has I don't know 100,000 holders, 200,000 holders? Everyone has a Fractal Goose. You know what I mean? It's like I don't know what that means.
Yeah, could be. It could. We'll see though.
Hey, man. All right, jump to the next thing here. So Fluid, if you were one of the viewers, I was screaming it down your throat about a month ago. I was saying every single show, go do a swap on Fluid. Go do a swap on Fluid. All you had to do was go do a swap on Fluid, and you were able to get the Fluid Pass airdrop. I think it was like was 1,000 passes or something like that. So if you were lucky enough to do it, go check your wallets because you got a Fluid Pass. All you had to do was make one swap. And then you were able to get one of these Fluid Passes. The floor is 0.3 right now. So floor is high on these damn things. They're like $1,000. So
crazy, bro.
Go check your wallets, guys. Because people are not selling. No sales yet, though. But this was just so an hour ago that it was just listed on Magic Eden.
Yeah, I mean, and Fluid just added staking. They're the first platform to have staking, on Bitcoin's native layer. So like, you're going to get the fluid token with this pass. Once, can you stake it right now?
Not yet. Well, let me check.
Okay.
These guys work so damn quick. This morning you couldn't.
Well, it looks
No,
like,
not yet.
Okay, not yet. Not
But
yet. Okay, cool.
You'll have it right here. Probably by the weekend, honestly, or probably by early this week. And then you're gonna be able to stake that fluid pass, and then you're gonna earn the FLDT token. The FLDT token is Fluid's native token. That is a Cardano running token right now, but you're gonna be able to 1-for-1 bring it to Bitcoin. So it's gonna be a rune, and potentially maybe even a CAT-20. Who knows? I know Raul, man. He's cooking something up.
Yeah.
He's very UTXO based. He's always cooking something. So I don't even know what he's going to do next. But I'm very impressed by everything so far. That I staked at a couple of here. You can kind of go see you're staked, and yeah, I staked 10 of them. I staked 10 Billy Cats. So you guys can go here. You guys can stake your Billy Cats. 100. What is it? 183 staked Billy Cats already.
Let's go.
37 staked runestones, and then 3 staked. This could be a steal. I might just go get some galactic goods just because this is free money. There's only 3 people staked in here. So I don't know.
What is galactic goods? Is it rune?
It's a rune, yeah.
Okay.
So I don't really know, but this is something to definitely look into, especially if people aren't using it, because you can make Billy Cats. I really wouldn't do any more Billy Cats. I mean, you could if you wanted to, but you gotta do the math here. How much you're gonna get, and is it worth it? There is a fee to stake. It's not crazy, but it definitely is a fee to stake. But once it's like same thing here. If you do the math and it's worth staking a runestone, it gets us 350,000 dog. I mean, that might be a good idea, right? So you have to just do the math and make sure it's right for you, and just know that it gets locked. The October, what is it? I forget the lock date. These get locked soon, to where you're not gonna be able to put.
I think so. For the Billy Cats, the cutoff is the end of September. And then I think the payout is at the end of October.
Halloween, basically, yeah.
Yeah, basically. So.
Yeah, man. All right. I got a couple more things, and we'll get into some Q&A. If you I know you're not really feeling good, but we'll just jump into it a little bit. So, Magic Eden censors stolen inscription collections by blacklisting, making them unsearchable, untradeable. What do you think about this? Let's just say one of our community members gets their Ordinal Revolution pass stolen out of their wallet. We could then go to the collection, have Magic Eden take out that pass from the collection, so that person can no longer sell it, blacklisting that ordinal. What do you think about this? Are you in favor of it? And is there maybe another solution?
So the problem is that ordinal removed from the collection forever? If it is removed forever, then that could be a problem. But at the end of the day, like that person that steals it from you is probably not going to send it back anyways. So it's basically just taking the benefit out for the thief that stole it. I think where people have problems with this is, the kind of, it takes away kind of provenance of like, who's in control of these collections. There's not supposed to be anymore. Because after a parent-child was added, you could burn the parent, and then no one can do anything with like adding or removing items from any collection. But because Ordinal started without that, like Magic Eden can do this. And it's weird. I know they're trying to do a good thing, but the people that believe in, decentralization don't like this. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I just think that Magic Eden has too much power here. For this to even be a big deal, let's just say if we had more marketplaces, right? This wouldn't be a big deal at all, because then it's like, well, just go to Ordzar, just go to Ordinal Hive. The only problem is there's not a lot of volume in those places. So we as a community are giving Magic Eden too much power. We're giving them 70% of every transaction is going them through Magic Eden, whether that be runes or ordinals. And that's on us to give them that much power that they can do something like that and have, there's no issues with it. Because it's like, well, where else are you going to go? Go somewhere else then. You can go to Unicef, but there's no volume there. You can go somewhere else. There's no volume there. But, so that's why places like Ordinal Hive are going to be so important. That's why places like, other marketplaces, that we need more marketplaces. Yeah, but people might say, oh, it's going to oversaturate the market. No, it's giving us more option. It's not creating one team that can just create rules for us, right? It gives us the option to vote for the exchanges that we want to use. So I think that's going to come. Am I saying that, if you get your pass stolen or your Node Monkey stolen, that's okay? No, but I just don't believe in censorship. You know what I mean? It is what it is. I think there's other ways of fixing this. Something like insurance. NFTs is $1 billion business. That's to say, if you do have a node monkey, we need someone, and this is a call to action from somebody who maybe wants to put something together. But an insurance company, obviously with you can say, you got to worry about insurance fraud and stuff like that. But that's why we need regulation to come in through that, right? To help these people, so where if you do commit insurance fraud, you potentially go to jail. Let's just say you want to do insurance, you got a KYC for it, and you sign up for it, but then everything's looked at on the blockchain. So it's kind of easy for someone to be like, come on, dude, like this is insurance fraud. Like, what are you doing? So that type of stuff is possible on the blockchain. So I'm looking the other direction of, no censorship, but having actual insurance companies where I pay like 0.0003 Bitcoin every month to make sure that my node monkey is protected. And when I sell it, the insurance.
So, we've seen stuff like this happen with like centralized exchanges and stuff, to where like, a protocol gets hacked, right? And then there's like $5 million extracted, and, let's say Harmony One, reaches out to all the major centralized exchanges, says, hey, blacklist this address, blah, blah, blah. So I think maybe blacklisting addresses or something would be good, but then the problem would be you could just keep passing it around. And that's what they do, right? Like on the coin side, they try to send it to like a Tornado Cash or something.
Yeah.
But there are options. I mean, that does help. Whenever there's a big protocol that is hacked, they work with the centralized exchanges, work with them, So maybe there just needs to be a different approach, like you said, to where they work with the retail user that got their item stolen, and stop them in a different way instead of.
Yeah,
because taking it out of the collection sucks, because then, it can never go back.
Yeah, well, you could add it back, but
yeah, I mean, but then that's actually it's never stable then, because you're removing metadata, which that's going to make ordinals look bad, and then you're adding metadata back. That's just, that's just. You're right. I think there's too much control with this. I think this is a bad idea. That I talk about it, because initially I thought they were trying to do the right thing, and I think they still are probably, but they just need to find another way to do it.
100%. So another option I say is telling people, yo, this is a stolen. Having something with asterisk or some on there saying, hey, this was once stolen. Obviously, eventually, every single ordinal will probably have this asterisk, but it'll kind of give you, I don't ever want to buy anything that was ever stolen. It gives you the option. But if you don't care, you don't care. But then you have to deal with the asterisk forever, because it'll always be on there. I think something like that is fine.
The value would actually drop.
But that, I mean, but then, it would drop, but like how much? Like a little bit under floor, you know what I mean? Like in that situation and stuff like that. Let's just say you don't want one with that asterisk, or you don't even care. You just want a node monkey, right? So, but then you'll have to I think that would be okay.
Yeah. I agree, man.
It's better than just taking it out, altogether. At least give me the option to know what I'm buying. But all right. You want to get into Q? Let me see. I'll make sure I got everything before we go here. Before we go to Q&A. I know you're trying to get out of here. That's it. That's it for today. Let's get into some questions and answers.
Yeah, there's some good questions in here. Let's start with Noob 3D. He says, "Is there a way to see what you have minted on CAT?" And we just talked about that. The best that I've seen so far is the Runes Terminal. Let me get the.
Yeah, I got it right
here. You got it. All right.
Yep. Shizzy, it's Fractal Explorer.io. I'll actually put it in the chat for you.
Yep. All right.
The number one spot, I think.
Yep. So Shizzy just put that in there. All you got to do is paste your address there, and it'll show you all your CAT tokens that you have minted. And then you got here, Tom T says, "Can we still mint Goose now, or is it too late?" You can still mint until they've made an announcement, right? Is that correct?
Yep. You can mint as much as you want. Still going. So.
Nighthawk says, "Any good food in Singapore, Mr. Yagobi?" Yeah, there is a lot of good food. I don't want to think about food right now, but there's a lot of good food. That is one of the things that I'm so impressed about Singapore, man, is their mall system and food restaurant system is insane. These malls are like amazing, nice malls, like in America or, a Western country, but they all connect to each other. It's like one mall will like go here, and then you step out and it's right into the next mall. It's weird. It's like endless shopping. And then they all have like restaurant food court. So It is a 70% like Chinese ethnicity here, so there's a lot of Chinese food, but then you'll have like a mix of others as well, like Japanese, Korean, and some Americana as well. So
100%.
Indian
Sounds
too.
awesome. I definitely want to go next year. I'm definitely going to Inscribing next year.
Yeah.
So.
All right, let's see what's up next here. Kid Kai says, "Are you guys running stream all day?" No, we are not. Shizzy put in those extra overtime hours yesterday.
Yeah, my wife's mad at me, guys. I got to spend some time with her tonight. I told her to watch. There's a couple of shows she likes to watch. We gotta get caught up on. So.
Yep. Two Eyes 1000 Dreams says, "Can I mint Fractal Goose?" Yes, you can. We just talked about that. It's still open until they announce the block height that it's going to end at.
Yeah. If you need information, go to OSD, Ordinal Support Desk. They were open this morning. They're usually 24/7, so check them out. They're on Twitter, Ordinal Support Desk, or at Chain Racing Club.
Yep. Bit Honcho says, "Thoughts on Fractal Pepe?" So I'm not sure what this is. Do you know what that is?
Yeah, so apparently these were the first the inscription number 2 to inscription number 100 were all Fractal Pepes. Wow. Whoever did this was very, very good at what they did. And I don't really know much about them besides that. I got that is actually on my to-do list to check them out. So just give me a little bit of time. I'm gonna check that out today when I get some time, and I'll bring that information to you guys tomorrow.
Yep. Those will probably go for a good penny. They're gonna do a mint or something maybe. Like I said, and I talked to multiple launch pads that are going to be scaling with Fractal, so you should be seeing that soon. Gavin's asking you, Shizzy, what's prediction on Burger? Crazy volume on OKX.
So we did the math yesterday. Burger's at like a 300,000 market cap. I think Burger can get to, if it is like, one of the top couple BRC-20, you can see this at like 5-6 million. I think that's very fair. Maybe even higher than that. So I would say maybe like a 20x, 30x from here. That's being very conservative.
Yeah. Is there a lot of energy community kind of forming behind Burger?
People keep saying if my Burger doesn't 100x, I'm gonna go flip burgers. So it's like it's a lot of like memes playing off it, and I think it does really well. I think it'll so it's it's the second largest holder behind Cherry. Cherry has that same vibe as well. So
yes, sir. All right, let me see if there's any other ones up here. Looks like we got most of the questions up there. Chain Watcher says, when J25 and Zero on again? Great guess. Yeah, they both are great guests. I don't know. J25, has he been busy lately?
Yeah, I hit him up last week to come on. He said I didn't give him a lot of notice. That was my fault. I'm gonna reach out to him again. I'm gonna have him on one day with me and you. I think that'll be a good show.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we definitely vibe with those guys. So, all right, let me see if there's any new ones at the bottom. Thoughts on bipolar? It's minting right now. So I guess there's a BRC-20 bipolar that's minting.
I kind of gave up yesterday at the Burger. I was like, I'm done. But I'll probably get back into it today, honestly. Glizzy. Glizzy.
When I saw that, I was laughing because I was like, people were saying there was a food kind of meme. You know how like the food tokens will go. Glizzy that should be one of the better ones.
Glizzy's minting. There's already 1,100 holders and 6%. So this can get to could be the biggest holding thing because gas is pretty cheap right now too. And then you have On Zero has 300. Damn, this one has a lot of holders and only 26%. Then you got Pancake, Orange, Ice Cream, Pizza Dog, Cat. So yeah, you definitely got some funny ones in here. So shout out to you guys, man.
Oh, we shout out to our guy DJ Clitty Little. He says the Shizzy shout out with gaze, adding to my CAT-20 bags, and he said block launched Glizzy. I'm not shocked that he.
Oh, okay, that's funny. Now I want to get it. Now that Black launched it.
Tom T says, "Is Goose going to be unlimited or 1 million max supply?"
It's a block height.
Yeah, so they're going to probably just randomly pick a block height, and then that's it. Once they announce that, there will be no more Goosenals that get indexed after that block height. But I think that's it. A lot of good questions, though.
I want to do a couple shout outs here. We got my man Rocket Dog. Appreciate you, my friend. You're one of our earliest guys, man. I just want to shout you out every time I see you, buddy. Thank you for being here. Red Ziak is here. Eat Satoshi as my guys. Two eyes is here. Zeesh. I know I'm doing another roll call, but I just appreciate Kit Kai in the building. Let's go. So are you guys running? Oh yeah, that was Kit Kai. Okay, Tom T. Shout out to you guys, man. A lot of new guys in the chat. Guys, make roll call tomorrow though. I want to call your names during roll call. We do roll call between like 10:20 and 11:20, 11:30 Eastern time. About 20 minutes in, so I'll give you guys 20 minutes to kind of get in roll call. I'm telling you, you're going to want to get in roll call. I appreciate you guys, man.
For sure.
Yeah.
And you have another comment?
Nope.
I was going to say, guys, if you have a moment, please check out our partners. Without you guys and our partners, we couldn't do this. So we appreciate y'all checking them out for us. BitPerp is a perpetual leverage DEX that's going to be launching on a Bitcoin layer 2 in Q4. And those guys are really grinding. Their platform is great. I'm excited. We have the paper trading competition. You're gonna be able to win their passes. So they're gonna launch a pass, and obviously they have their token. But we'll get into that once they launch those or lead up to the launch. But look out for them. You can read more on them at bitperp.io. We have our guys from Ordinal Hive. Fonzie and his team are crushing it. They're going to be launching their aggregator marketplace on Bitcoin layer 1 to give you guys the cheapest ordinals that you can find. We're big on them, and not only us. When I was at the yacht, man, everybody's big on Ordinal Hive, so be ready. They scaled out to Merlin Chain as well. You can use their website and earn points right now on Merlin Chain at beta.ordinalhive.io, and you'll earn points for that. Fluid tokens, we've been talking about them a lot lately. They're just really innovative. They have the UTXO dev experience with working on Cardano smart contracts. So imagine when OpCat gets added to Bitcoin, they're going to be ready. They have their staking. If you're a founder of a collection or a rune and you want to incorporate staking, you need to reach out to them so they can help set you guys up. They have their passes out now. If you got that, congratulations. They're going to have more and more innovation, guys. These guys we're huge on these guys, so look out for them. Verothium DEX, they're focused still on the BRC-420, but they are a DEX on Merlin Chain. Scaled there, and they're focused on synthetic Bitcoin layer 1 assets. Right now, it's really BRC-420 staking. You can stake your mines, you can stake your Dragon Balls, you can stake your blue boxes, and there'll be more in the future. They're trying to get integrated with bitmap.game, so watch out for them. And Foxy has a big week this week, right?
Yeah, huge week.
Their miner. Go ahead.
Yeah, so the 18th, guys, it's Clan Wars. And then right after Clan Wars, you'll be able to get a bit miner. So look out for that. It'll be Wednesday, 2 days from right now, guys. It's going to be huge. So look out for that. Yeah, and we'll give you guys the details for the Clan Wars. I know our Ordinal Revolution clan team is ready. You guys have been practicing. So, we're going to win those 25 bit miners. Those are going to be big. I think those are going to be huge because they incorporate DMT. But that is all about our partners, and we appreciate you guys checking them out. Yeah. And guys, check out ordinalrevolution.com. We have some of the best articles, guys. We have articles dating all the way back to last September. So check those articles out. If you know someone new just entering the space, send them our website. We feel like these articles will really help them really get started and really get caught up to pace. And guys, if you wouldn't mind checking out our store, we have some of the best merch in the place here. Just go to the store here, and you guys can really look at some of the best merch. And if there's something you guys want us to add, like a fractal hat, we're going to look into seeing if that's even legal. But we'll look into see if we can add that. A lot of this stuff is COO, so we can add that stuff to our shirts. So look out for that. Anything you guys want us to add, let us know, and we will add that for you. And if you guys are going to Bitcoin Las Vegas, we do have tickets, guys. I'm not saying to do anything, but don't buy your tickets in April or May. They're going to be like 10 times as much. If you plan on going or even think about going, it's so much cheaper right now to get the tickets to Las Vegas, Bitcoin Las Vegas. So check this out right here. And one other thing, if you guys are using your internet, without a VPN, I highly recommend you using a VPN. We have in the show notes, we have nordvpn.com. Guys, if you're basically going in there, if you use any exchange, they know exactly where you live, right? So if you go to the wrong site, they know exactly like that you hold crypto and stuff like that. Use a VPN, safety first, and then teamwork. That's what I always say. So use our link, 70% off. Or if you don't want to use our link, you want to pay full price, just go to nordvpn.com. And that's the show, guys. Appreciate you guys so much. We're live Monday to Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central, 8 a.m. Pacific, and 3 p.m. UTC. Check us out all week. We'll be here. 682 people. Appreciate every single one of you guys, and see you tomorrow. Peace.
We OG, we OG. Oh no, G. You're not bullish enough, yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got the oh no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to Olo, yeah. Experts on reload, yeah. You're not bullish enough, yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got the oh no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to Olo. Experts on reload. Mempool getting hot. Everybody wanna rock, ayy. Rooms is coming, everybody on a knot, ayy. It's a nuisance, Ordinal Revolution, ayy. Ordinal Revolution. Yo, it's my guy for real, bro. Got friends right now. Yo, BRC-20, bro. Yo, that shit on fire, bro. Imagine if he in here. Yeah, lock it in the seal. Murder. I got balls of steel. Nookies on the field. Yeah, this shit for real. With no calls, I get so far. Got 100 phone calls that I go hard, and they gon' love me. Smoke weed, huddle back. I get shiesty. Where my Bitcoin looking lovely. All this Satoshi's nothing above me.